Headlines: 4 MLAs sworn in as members of Manipur Legislative Assembly. BJP swept by polls as government works for people, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Medicine to be provided for 14 days to people in home isolation. Oil palm project launched to generate farmers' income in state. A very good evening and welcome to Times of Manipur English News at 6:30 p.m. This is MASACO Ninthojim giving you the latest news updates. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. 4 MLAs who were elected in the just concluded by-polls to 4 assembly seats in the state took oath as members of Manipur Legislative Assembly today. Oinam Lukhoi of Wangoi constituency, Paunam Brojen of Wangjing Tentha constituency, Ngamthang Haukip of Saitu constituency, all BJP and Y Antaz of Lilong constituency, independent, were sworn in as MLAs at Manipur Legislative Assembly complex in Imphal. Speaker Yumnam Khemchand administered the oath of the office to the 4 MLAs.
It depends on him. From our BJP-led government side, we are inviting him to join and support us. But it depends on his decision. For us, we are inviting all.
In the Lilong AC, the BJP candidate was not there, and ultimately ticket was not given to the ex-candidate of BJP and Lilong AC, and there was so much of issue. And then again, the government has favored to an independent candidate. They were supporting, so there is so much of imbalance things is happening in the Lilong and especially in the Mitai Pangan inhabitant in Manipur. So as represented from the Lilong AC, I have to take an opinion from all the Mitai Pangan community to whether to support the government or not. Then only if there is a go ahead from this whole Mitai Pangan community, then I'll be supporting BJP.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren today stated that the BJP was able to sweep the just concluded by-polls in the state because the Saffron Party-led government in the state has been taking up a slew of welfare schemes for the masses by translating its promises into action. Chief Minister, during a press conference at the CM Bungalow in Imphal, further promised that his government will further work hard to eradicate poverty and assured of taking up more welfare programs for the state and her people.
Handakta pangthokiba by-election mafam manga Singhat uncontested Karae adagi Wangjing Pangoi Saitu aduga Lilong haiba singsidai da Manipur gi prajana aikoi BJP gi sei makhai suraba sarkar sibu yamna setna manungda thajana yamna confidence laina support obirapuse masigi damakta ahanbada Manipur gi praja miyam punamuk boy BJP led government aduga BJP gi side gi maroina ai thagatpa nungaiba madi harauba phongdoksari.
Chief Minister Biren also told the press conference that 95 ventilators, 400 oxygen concentrated machines and 500 D-type oxygen cylinders have arrived in the state to help tackle the coronavirus pandemic. He also announced that his government is all prepared to provide medicine for 14 days to people in home isolation. If need be, the health department is all set to conduct mass COVID-19 testing in the 5 assembly constituencies, out of which 4 went to by-polls.
COVID की फिल्म से अदुम एकोई यामना लाइथोक पे यादबा फिल्म दलई अदु लाइव फबदी आई मणिपुर की मियाम मरुएना सिविल सोसाइटीज छात्र की संस्थान सिंह फ्रंट लाइन ट लेदिबा डॉक्टर नर्सेस आशा पुलिस सिंह याम एक्टिवली थेंगनबी बदगी एकोई थोम बयाबा सिचुएशन ओइरम बयाबा फिल्म दगी दी एकोई खरग मखैदी कनमंगमी हाइदने एकोई अदमाइना अहन थमजगे.
Referring to Irang Bridge, N. Biren clarified that Irang Bridge did not collapse again as reported in the media. The centre has given approval to replace the existing Irang Bridge with a RCC bridge and that the construction work will begin soon, he informed. The Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren also reiterated that the much-expected Naga peace deal would not infringe upon the territorial integrity and unity of Manipur. He said the centre would take on board all stakeholders before finalizing the deal.
Accident is accident. Slip tore in there. Madusu hekta karing kathain ragang biba social media da karida. Ekoi meeting se khara. Katang descent ko heninge khara. Descent sikar le heninge. Reasoning leina. Aduna madu army do nungaitre moisu. Sarsmaina kinda kare. Adu ngarang sinungang atheng bada moi kreng nung je loina pusalaga hujung singkhana batauri. Tauriba honoriba posi ekoi praja gi damukta ni chanana ba yanana ba ni thong ani ma huji loiga dore. Dex thangat pa khokap loi ubira mani social media da haure this by December or January 15 bamun sanga ba idana. Then huji ki irang gisi ai heng irang thong si launch so basi ngasi yagadra hayeng yagadra ngasi nini humni sakani madugi satpa kanda ai sakani satpa du da RCC bridge ai jatra hondoini ai chalaga irang gi RCC bridge jatra hongani aduga hairi basi ai moida hai kare noi gi local contractor do yar di piro local contractor akoina haijeraga yaba khudakta hing nungin naidangai suba yaba adudi thanipan da lotion ba yana bai na ngara ai adumaina ministry da soi request tawjaki aduna ada singnam da bai ba thong kinda gi bai ba natural calamities ni sugum basi da politicalize tawida ba sugum basi da karem kathai tawida ba se masi ai tahuningde na madumaga ai mayamda appeal tawning bani.
Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren today launched an oil palm project via video conferencing under Manipur government's Agriculture Department in Imphal. During the launch program, Chief Minister explained about the benefits of palm tree plantation in warm places of the state. Biren said that the Agriculture Department will make efforts to generate more income for the farmers under the mission. Chief Minister Biren said palm tree cultivation will provide sufficient income to the farmers engaging in poppy and zoom cultivation in the hill areas of the state.
Agriculture officers, forest any subcommittee to your assigned competition with area competition type of subcommittee society economic activities widely and seriously.
Meghalaya Police has handed over arrested Alpha Deputy Commander-in-Chief Drishti Rajkhowa to Assam Police. According to the media report, Drishti Rajkhowa alias Manoj Rabha was cornered in Bolbokri village in South Garo Hills by Meghalaya Police and its SF-10 commandos yesterday. Following a 30-minute-long gun battle, the Alpha Deputy Commander-in-Chief had surrendered, realizing that his chances of escape were dim. The Alpha Deputy Commander-in-Chief is wanted in more than 24 cases of kidnapping and killings in Assam. He has been on the run after narrowly escaping an encounter with commandos of Meghalaya Police in Bolbokri village, South Garo Hills on October 20th last. However, the Assam Police is yet to make any statement on taking over the custody of Drishti Rajkowa from the Meghalaya Police. According to reports, Drishti Rajkowa surrendered along with 4 other Ulfa-I cadres. Rajkowa has been crisis-crossing the India-Bangladesh border, giving a slip to security forces on both sides for the last 3 months. He was spotted around Jaflong in October when the Pakistan High Commissioner in Dhaka, Imran Siddiqui, was apparently on a vacation in a resort in that area. It's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. Unveil your inherent qualities and achieve academic excellence. To fulfill your higher education dreams, join USTM, the People's University.
ꯌꯨꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯆꯠꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯗꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯦ ꯁꯦꯠꯂꯨ ꯆꯥꯔꯨꯕ ꯐꯤꯔꯣꯜꯗꯁꯨ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯁ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯨꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯀꯤꯕ ꯂꯩ
ꯐꯤꯔꯣꯜꯗ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯁ ꯆꯪꯍꯟꯗꯅꯕ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯃꯦꯔꯤꯀꯥꯅ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯇꯤꯐꯤꯀꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯔꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯁ ꯀꯚꯆ ꯁ꯭ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯅꯦꯅꯣ ꯀꯣꯇꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯄꯨꯡ 94 ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯁ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯃꯤ ꯐꯤꯔꯣꯜꯗ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯁꯇꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯁ ꯀꯚꯆ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ Luhungbagi fizang, private party singi decor, inaugural function gi balloon decor, birthday party gi balloon decor, formal function singi decor, amadi makhal khudingmaki decor gi damak kana leite haibagi wabi raganu. Apamba machu sizinaduna, apamba moongda thawain hek khoidazaba moongda decor sing tobiningba singna. Akupa moral gi damak contact tobirau DD Bros Decora, Kaisamthong Ahanthem Lekai Imphal. Contact number 8258047042 natraga 7005313996.
Welcome back after the break. Angry womenfolk today intensified agitation against the ongoing eviction drive by authority along Moray ICP bypass road under Technopal district. Cops tried to control the agitating womenfolk, resulting in a skirmish. The cops resorted to tear gas shell and mock bomb firings to disperse the angry crowd. Sources said some agitators were injured in the incident. Indo-Myanmar Asian Highway 1 Affected Committee, Technopal District, had on November 10th warned of blocking Imphal Moray Road from November 15th, demanding the government to disclose the actual amount allocated for road widening work along Moray ICP bypass road, including Imphal Moray Road, by November 14th. Committee Chairman Thanglam Tauthang had condemned the ongoing house eviction drive by the authority along the ICP bypass road. The committee also claimed that there was fraud and irregularity in the compensation payment process. Our Moray correspondent said 3 women agitators were picked by police. A combined team of Assam Rifles and Manipur Police seized 72 kgs of brown sugar worth Rs 287 crore from Kamu in Thoubal district yesterday. Based on intelligence inputs about a large consignment of drugs being hidden in the area, awaiting further distribution to various parts of the country, multiple teams were launched by Assam Rifles and Manipur Police on the intervening night of 10th and 11th November. In a painstaking search undertaken in difficult terrain in the hours of darkness, 3 concealed bags containing brown sugar were recovered in the early hours. The market value of the narcotics recovered is assessed to be over Rs 287 crore, IGAR South said in a press release. Meanwhile, troops of Assam Rifles in a coordinated operation intercepted a large convoy of vehicles carrying smuggled foreign origin textile and consumer goods near Moray yesterday. At around 11 a.m., 15 vehicles moving on National Highway 102 were intercepted. On checking, a large quantity of Chinese textile goods such as fabrics, jeans, dresses, blankets and consumer goods, including footwears, were found sans any supporting legal documents. The smuggled goods were estimated to be worth Rs 75 lakh. Altogether, 26 individuals transporting the illegal goods along with the recovered items were handed over to Moray Police for further legal action. These goods were being smuggled through porous Indo-Myanmar border without paying any customs duty, thereby causing a loss to the government exchequer, a release from IGAR South said today. The global tally of coronavirus cases stands at 5.24 crore, while 3.66 crore individuals have recovered of the disease and 12,88,776 have died so far. A media report said the US, the worst hit country, has 1.7 crore cases, with record-setting 1,36,325 new daily cases of the novel coronavirus, the latest data from Johns Hopkins University revealed. The United States has reported more than 10.3 million cases of COVID-19 and more than 2,40,800 deaths caused by the disease, data showed in the past 24 hours. The third wave of COVID-19 infections is underway in the United States as winter approaches. India stands second in the tally with 86,84,039 cases, followed by Brazil at 57,49,007 cases, France at 18,65,538 cases, and Russia's total tally stands at 18,36,960. India has reported 48,285 fresh COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours. The total caseload now stands at 86,84,039. The country's death toll has mounted to 1,28,164. India, which was until last month the second most affected country by active cases, has now slipped to the 5th rank. A media report said Delhi recorded its biggest single-day jump of 8,593 COVID-19 cases yesterday, taking its infection tally to over 4,59,975, while 85 new fatalities pushed the national capital's death toll to 7,228. Manipur's COVID-19 cases have spiked to 20,957 in the last 24 hours, with 176 fresh cases. The fresh cases were reported from Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Ukhrul, Tamenglong, Tegnopal, Kakching, Kangpokpi, Churachandpur, Ferozal, Chandel and Siribam districts. 2 COVID-19 patients died yesterday, pushing the death toll to 202 in the state. The active cases stand at 3,057, while the recovery stand at 17,698. The recovery rate rises to 84.44% so far. It's time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Khanghanjaba Tom Cable subscriber singda yamna nungaiba pau amatang khanghanjari madudi Tom Cable ase pay channel on bagaloinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya pibata natana ayet apan yaudana ahenba services kaya piduna miyamgi thogal mapung fana tawba ngamjaragani subscriber singna isa gi connection gi thagi fee online gi khuthangda prepaid mode oina tidok piduna channel asibu apan ba yaudana nungaini yengbina banolukchari matau karamna online gi khuthangda thagi fee tv gadage haibadu makhada uchari ahanba step ta tomtv.co.in da changbiraga adom gi set top box number du mention biraba matungda pijariba package lupa chahum yankhai chamri natraga chamri yankhai sidagi apamba package ama khanbiraba matungda pay online dan nambiu ani suba step ta adom gi payment adu confirm tawbiraba matungda pay now da nambiu ahum suba step ta prefer payment methods khanbiraga payment tawbinaba khanghanjari ba Tom TV Cable contact number 8132089758 natraga 8974279099
Sina fare tan badinate ko asengba aina pamba darkar ba grocery items singa red delivery app seasonaraga order to biro loire chaning ba restaurant gi food po erasu overpay to budilar dana pot khuding ma discount pibaga loina na khudak te inak te yore isine red delivery for you.
Now enjoy 20% extra on Kangla popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla rings.
Kangla.
Welcome back after the break. The restoration work on Barak Bridge along Imphal-Ziribam Road or National Highway 37 is underway on war footing. Bharatiya Infra Project Limited BIPL under NHI DCL started the repair work on November 9th last. The repair work is targeted to complete by November 15th. Our correspondent reports that movement of heavy vehicles are not allowed along the bridge except two-wheelers, cruisers and cars. Speaking to our correspondent, BIPL Deputy Project Manager Bapi Sarkar Bapal assured that the repair work on the bridge will be finished by November 15th. Members of Helping Hand Group, including Popular Queen of Universe 2020 winner Haripriya Tongbram and Quarantine Queen of Universe first runner-up 2020 title holder Asha Kiran Konsam, visited KMMAC office at Singjomai Chinga Makha today. The team during the visit donated Rs 10,000 to 5 women players of KMMAC. They also handed over dietary supplements to the players. The quality of a new building construction and renovation project of an 11 kV power substation at Longmai under Nonne district has irked Nonne social organizations. Through the civil division of MSP DCL, the work was awarded to Guinindrot Ningom Thongjao. The building was constructed with an estimated amount of over Rs 54 lakh. The Longmai Village Authority, Longmai Bazaar Board and Students' Union inspected the work site. They expressed anger over the status of the work. The completed house does not have any window bars, plastic doors and waterproof plastic ceilings, they said. They threatened to take up agitation if the concerned department does not look into the matter at the earliest.
We came to inspect the work. We find it very unfortunate. The amount, estimate amount and the work executed is substandard, and that's what the civil organizations and the public. And so we would like to request the concerned department or the organizations to look into this matter again. Otherwise, we will not be just spectators.
Kanglai Park Students Association KSA today organized a one-day blood donation camp on the theme Kunaida Kanthoklaba E at RIMS and JNIMS. Around 100 members of KSA donated blood at the camp. Staff reporter of monthly journal Liklam Lokam Lekhindro passed away this morning at his residence following an illness. All Manipur Working Journalists Union Amju and people from different quarters condoled his death. Archery Association of India AAI today condoled the demise of former Joint Secretary of Manipur Archery Association B. Chauba Sharma. He passed away yesterday. AAI Secretary General Pramod Chadukar in a release said Chauba Sharma from Bamon Lekai in Imphal East participated in several national championships and national games as an archer from 1978 to 1999. He was the first person in India to manufacture bamboo bow and arrows. He was a proud father of two international archers, B. Angela Devi and B. Girija Devi. It's time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Lamjingba Finance na COVID-19 na thogal liba khudong chadba mayam asi usiraga collateral security yautana document chang dana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida sunatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan commercial equipment loan commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pisari han loan lobi ki basingi suwana gu makhal gi loan asi lobi khudong chaba pisagani akupa moral gimba contact obiro Lamjingba Finance Nagamapal contact number 7085-831-502 natraga 9862-629-399.
Admission form Thazare, Manipur University Kanchipur Manata Laiba Temple of Learning Degree College ki admission form Thazare. Professional course da BBA amasung BCA ne. General course da BA amasung BSc course ne. Loina Temple of Learning Toll ki CBSE amasung atopa board ki pass rupa mahiru sing yengnaga class 11 Science Arts amadi Commerce ki mingjan form Thazare. Athubada mingchan bheu akupa marol college amasung school ki office ta ki khangbi biagane.
Pemba ngaton nimol sakop kita book to bibiyari kumsi sahi ki onati COVID-19 na awaban ng halaba miyang dinamag yenjeraga Pemba KG de rupa changa yankay ngaton na KG de rupa changa da yonjagani pam S Tomba and Sons Pemba Farm Hiantang.
Welcome back after the break. Tension has resurfaced again along the disputed Assam-Nagaland border in Jorhat district after the erection of a camp reportedly by Nagaland armed police inside Disoi Valley Reserve Forest. A media report said the forest falls under the Mariani Forest Range of Jorhat district. Assam police had yesterday set up a camp at the spot to counter any further encroachment of land inside the Assam side of the interstate border. Jorhat District Forest Officer Bidyut Kumar Borthakur said earlier last week that they were informed of an illegal construction being made near the Ausenden village of Mokokchung in Disoi Valley Reserve Forest by miscreants. The construction was, however, dismantled by the forest personnel and Assam police with support from the Jorhat District Administration. Mizoram Congress President and former Chief Minister Lal Thanhawla wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking his intervention into the economic blockade launched by locals of Lailapur village in Assam's Kasar district. The Mizoram Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC President dashed off the letter to Prime Minister Modi. According to media report, the MPCC President in his letter said some miscreants in Assam's Kasar district resorted to blocking the only road, National Highway 306, connecting Mizoram with the rest of the country for over 10 days owing to certain disagreement over the border issue between Mizoram and Assam. Asking the Prime Minister to intervene into the matter to ensure that the normalcy is restored at the earliest, Lal Thanhawla said the centre is expected to instruct the Assam government to ensure uninterrupted and smooth transit between the two states as warranted in the Constitution. The government is all set to announce a fresh round of stimulus package today, just a couple of days before Diwali, to push the economy out of the unprecedented slide due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The fresh economic package is expected to focus on urban and rural middle-income groups, MSMEs and sectors like aviation, hospitality and services. The stimulus package was in the works for almost 3 months and several proposals have been considered by the PMO and Finance Ministry to alleviate stressed sectors. The package will come on the heels of incentives worth $27 billion over 5 years for manufacturers in 10 specified sectors, the media report said. A coalition of 18 pharma companies located in India, China, Bangladesh and South Africa that manufacture generic drugs have pledged to work together to accelerate access to millions of doses of new interventions for COVID-19 for low and middle-income countries. As per the media report, the companies have come together under the umbrella of the Non-Profit Medicines Patent Pool (MPP). Indian companies that have pledged to manufacture COVID-19 drugs include Sun Pharma, Lupin, Aurobindo, Zydus Cadila, Hetero, Natco and Strides Shasun. This unprecedented cooperation from companies that are typically competitors represents a breakthrough in our efforts to level the playing field for access to drugs that will be crucial to controlling and defeating this pandemic, Charles Gore, Executive Director of MPP, said in a release. The two front-runner coronavirus vaccines being developed by Pfizer Incorporation and Russia have shown positive results and are said to be effective by over 90% against COVID-19. According to the reports, now Moderna is also getting closer to releasing data on its late-stage trials of the coronavirus vaccine candidate. Meanwhile, in India, experts have said that the Pfizer news may not be of much use in India as the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine needs storage at extreme cold temperatures, -70 degrees Celsius, and arranging such cold chains would be a huge logistical issue. Moderna Incorporation has said it has enough data for a first interim analysis of the late-stage trial of its experimental coronavirus vaccine, which should help determine the vaccine's efficacy. And now, before we wrap up, the top news headlines once again. 4 MLAs sworn in as members of Manipur Legislative Assembly. BJP swept by polls as government works for people, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Medicine to be provided for 14 days to people in home isolation. Oil palm project launched to generate farmers' income in state. And Alpha Deputy Commander-in-Chief Drishti Rajkhowa nabbed. That's all for the English news at 6:30 p.m. Thank you for watching.